Hey, good afternoon, or no, good morning, and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please do hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay. I know that I am. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps to keep the video in the algorithm. So, like, share, subscribe, comment, all of those great things. Okay. I wanted to talk about a 13 and a 18-year-old has been charged in Memphis for unalivings. Of course, I know I did videos on this last month when there was a crime spree. They was going from gas station to gas station. It was like all within a very short span, like within 12 minutes of each other. It's like they was hitting up folks every 10 minutes. Just went on a complete crime spree where they've caught them. Of course, you know they can't show the 13-year-old, but they can show the 18-year-old. Okay. It says MPD's original post, the dates were June 2nd and June 4th. The story has been updated to reflect the most recent information. A 13-year-old and a 18-year-old went on a spree that left a man unalive last month, according to police. On July 2nd, officers responded to an auto theft in the 3200 block of Woodlake Circle at around 2 a.m. A 2018 Kia Sorento was stolen from a parking lot. At 4:32 a.m., there was a shooting at Love's in the 3300 block of Lamar Avenue. A man was found and pronounced unalive on the scene. At 5:25 a.m., there was a robbery at the Exxon station in the 4200 block of Winchester Road. Three armed suspects approached the victim and took several items, then fled in a red Kia. At 11:50 p.m., officers responded to a robbery in the 5900 block of Wynn Meadow Lane. Two armed suspects approached the victim and took several items, fleeing in the red Kia. On July 4th, officers found two males inside of the Kia in the 3900 block of Bishop Bridge. The two reportedly circled the area of Bishop Bridge. Officers initiated a traffic stop, but both suspects fled on foot, and the two passengers threw a handgun and he ran. Okay, no, both suspects fled on foot, and the passenger threw a handgun and ran. Both suspects were taken into custody. A 13-year-old male has been charged with first-degree unaliving in the perpetration of an aggravated robbery, two counts of aggravated robbery, and a theft of property, 10 to 60,000. That's always a car. Vontavious Murhead, 18, was charged with first-degree unaliving in the perpetration of an aggravated robbery, two counts of aggravated robbery, and the theft of property, 10 to 60. Now, this is the 18-year-old. He looks like he does not have a care in the world. Okay. He looks like he does not have a care in the world. It's not bothering him one bit. Okay. Yeah, it's not bothering him one bit, which is sad. Okay, which is just sad on a whole nother level. Okay. But this is the 18-year-old. I'm sure, well, they were both caught. Okay. Y'all, I did a video on this. They were committing and popping up people. They was committing a crime like every 5 minutes. Okay, like every 5 minutes. And I'm glad that they have been caught, but it's so unfortunate that a 13-year-old has been charged with unaliving. Okay, but hey, you know, you do the crime, you have to do the time. But this is the type of stuff that I'm talking about. You have an 18-year-old on his mugshot. He does not even care. He looks like he does not care. Like I said, mental illness is running rampant. But why would a 13-year-old be out that late at night and be able to? Because they was robbing all the way and doing what they was doing all the way over until the night. Why would somebody allow their 13-year-old to be out like that? Why are people not paying attention to what their children are doing, because I'm sure the 18-year-old is still living in the house with their parents. I don't care if a child is 18 years old. If you're living in the house with your parents, okay, your parents still is supposed to be able to have some type of control over what you do. Okay, when they pulling up in red Kias and stuff like that, they already know, whether you're 18 or not, that that's not their Kia. That's why I say parents are turning the blind eye, but they're gonna be talking about they just want to do this to black boys. Okay, they just want to do this to black boys. Now that they've been charged with that. Okay, now that they've been charged with that, it's woe is me. You know, it's because they do this to our black sons, and we gotta get money for a lawyer. Well, I mean, if you was proactive, you wouldn't have to get money for a lawyer, right? Because you would be proactively trying to intervene, do some type of intervention before this stuff starts. You have to watch. At 13 years old, that's still a baby. So a parent can still have control over who their friends are. I don't think a 13-year-old should even be running with 17, 18, 19-year-olds. I don't really think a 13-year-old should be running with a 16-year-old, right? So I'm happy that they've got. It seems like to me, I've been looking at the news quite a bit. It seems like quite a few people, for some of these cases, some of these, this crime that's been going on, folks have been, they've been going and getting them. Okay, they've been proactive. Okay, officers are doing more stops, because oftentimes, as it relates to a lot of these cars, because see, when I was coming up and when I was working in traffic, people took, when they got cars, they would joyride them for one day, because they had sense enough to know when they was a little car thief, okay, that after one day it was just too risky. These folks now, they stealing cars, and they feel like this is mine. Okay, they've had the car for a whole month. They went and stole the car from somebody. I believe that they're saying that they unalived the person who they took the car from, went on a crime spree, and just been joyriding. So when you start making officers do traffic stops more, because I'm sure they changed the tag on the car and all of that, they think that they've gotten smart to try to change the VIN numbers. Okay, when you start doing traffic stops and stuff, that's when you know, right? That's when you're able to tell, because when you do when you run a tag on a car, you already know that that the tag does not match that car. Okay, some of them now have started trying to get smart. They think that they can go and steal a tag off of a car that is exactly like the car that they're joyriding in. Hey, it might have taken a month, but they've been riding around. That's how stupid they are. They've been riding around. They committed all these crimes, went on a unaliving spree, and been riding around in the vehicle ever since. Okay. And I mean, I don't know. Like I said, it's just mental illness. He up on the picture like ain't nothing happened. He couldn't care. Probably going to jail might be a better condition for him. See, that's what I'm talking about. A lot of these people don't have anything to lose because the conditions that they're living in is so bad. He might go to jail and live better. Okay. But that's scary. But I'm happy, that they've been caught. I'm happy that they've been caught. I also wanted to talk about P.DIDDY puts his mansion up for sale and flees. He put his LA mansion up for sale, and they say he fled from LA. Let's look at that. Okay. It says Sean Combs fled the West Coast after federal agents raided his Humbly Hills mansion amid assault allegations. TMZ reports Combs listed his mansion for an eye-watering $70 million. The house is located in the exclusive neighborhood of Humbly Hills, which is also home to the Playboy Mansion and the former Spelling Estate. It says Combs' 17,000 square feet European-style mansion features a movie theater and swimming pool with a grotto connected via underground tunnel. Insiders tell TMZ that the music mogul is packing up for a permanent move to South Florida, where he owns property on Star Island. Oh, look at his feet. Jesus. Woo. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ the embattled rap mogul is trying to sell the house off the market for way more than he paid. Combs paid $40 million for the house in 2014. Sources say Combs may not get the $70 million asking price. An off-market listing means the estate broker will only show the house to millionaires or billionaires who have access to private listings. Combs reportedly wants to leave the California lifestyle behind him after agents with Homeland Security raided his property in Miami and LA in March. According to TMZ, Combs was in LA last month for a few days, but he has been spending most of his time in Miami, I guess, so he can get on across their water. Okay, you know, Miami, you can go ahead. It takes about, I think when we went to like Jamaica, we was up in the air maybe 45 minutes to maybe an hour and 10 minutes. It's just right over across the water. And they said the Bahamas and stuff is even, might be 30 minutes or something like that. But he want to be able to jump on that water and get the hell on. Okay. He listed that mansion for that price. He paid 40 for it. He listed for 75 million. He might be trying to get some extra money, or normally when you list it up that high, he want to try to at least be able to come down to 40 million and get his 40 million back or something like that. I don't know, but I don't think he's gonna get that. Okay. We know he can't keep all those mansions because I think that they have started squeezing them dry, you know, with the attorney's fees. He can't afford to keep up a lot of those mansions, although he has stole from his artists. All of his artists he stole money from. Okay. So for 30 years, that's what he's been doing for the elites. Okay. Now that they've given him that nigger call, they kind of cut his water off, and I'm sure he still got, because he's done a lot of dirt from them, a cushion. But once you start to pay attorneys and you live the lifestyle that he lives, it starts to dwindle. Okay. So he can't afford to keep all those mansions. And of course, he wants to get out of LA. Of course, he probably, you know, in LA, he might have been closer to the border, but I think he want to try to get on over there water or something. All right, if he stays in Miami, because if I'm not mistaken, they hit up the Miami one. They hit up his house in Florida. So what's so different about LA and Florida? Because they hit up both the houses. Yeah, they hit them both up. So he wants to get out of LA because they hit up his house, but he gonna stay at the one in Florida. It don't make no sense, and they hit that one too. So I think he's trying to make his exit plan, or he already has. I think he already has gotten the hell away. And he over there with Russell Simmons, and because it looked like one of the last videos he did, he was already over there in Bali, okay, or Bali, or whatever they call it. But I don't feel sorry for Puffy. I don't give a damn about him because he done some dirty stuff to people. He's done some dirty stuff, and he felt like because he had been a good nigger, okay, that the elites, that all of the stuff that he's done to artists by having them to sign these sharky deals, and the elites have benefited from it. Okay, all of the stuff that he was able to usher in, a lot of the stuff that he ushered in strictly by himself, in our culture, right? He did that for them. He thought that they would forever be grateful to him. But he got cocky, okay, when he thought that he could, whatever he was doing, everything that he was doing they gave him the power to do to the black people. We will protect you as long as you do it to the black artists, to your community, okay? But you start stepping on over the line, thinking you want us, we got to give you that nigga call. You still a nigga, so we're going to take you all the way back down. And that's why I don't like him. I'm glad they're doing it to him. And I'm not mean for saying it, but this man has destroyed lives for over 30 years. He took that oath to destroy his community as long as you give me riches. Okay? And he has enjoyed it. And now they're taking him all the way on back down to the projects. And I believe that they won't stop until he's sitting next to R. Kelly. Okay. So people say, where did all this energy come from? Listen, Keefe D said, if I go down, it's going to be a whole lot of people go down with me. See, Keefe D has been in the inner circle for a long time. So he knows a lot about that older stuff, because I believe that Keefe D now was his hitters. Okay. That's what I believe back in that time. So if you listen to Keefe D, he says everybody got messed up except for Puffy. I got messed up. I lost. Suge Knight lost. Puffy, the only one, made it out all right. He didn't do us right, man. He didn't do us right. I listened to Keefe D. I listened to him. He basically telling you, Keefe D, he don't want to. He claimed that they didn't get their money for what happened to Tupac. I could tell the way that he kind of worded it. He did that purposely, but I kind of believe that they did get some. They just didn't get all of it. I don't think he's telling all the truth on that. Puffy will never validate it or unvalidate it. So he could pretty much twist it in any way he wanted to twist it so that it won't hit him too hard. Because you're talking about an unaliving for hire. He kind of worded it in a way where it wouldn't, you know what I mean? It wouldn't hurt him too bad, but it already hurt him. Okay, so he could just basically put it out there in a way he wants to, but when it's all said and done, Puffy, he wants you to know Puffy had an interest in taking Tupac out and basically paid for it. We didn't get the money. Of course they got it. They just probably didn't get all of it, but they got it. Okay, and he said, if I go down, I'm taking a whole lot. He gonna Nino Brown them. He been Nino Brown in them. But of course, it's bigger than Keefe D. But Keefe D been Nino Brown and some niggas. He said, I'm taking a whole lot of ones with me. Okay. But when you're dirty like that, and when you do wrong, your time just comes. It comes. You can't do dirt and continuously get away with it. Everything has an appointed time. I'm a living witness of that. And then it starts to crumble. And a whole lot of people start going down. See, Puffy is not going to be the only one. Puffy had enablers. He's scared to see the people that was protecting him, that was over him, okay, that was giving him that money and stuff. He dare not. They're the ones that's doing this to him. But there were a lot of people, right, that I guess that was like accessory, right? They helped him to do this, that worked up under him and stuff like that. They're gonna start to crumble too. Okay, but hey, they say he's trying to. It didn't make no sense to me. He wants to get away from LA. He flee in LA because of what they did to his mansion. He can't stand to be in that mansion and all that, but he gonna go live in one where they hit up also. I think he already out of the States. I mean, I think that's the thing now. A lot of these celebrities feel like they can be involved in stuff. Then when you start seeing them all over in other countries, they can't even, when they've been doing dirt and they scared it's gonna come back on them, they stay out of the United States. Look at what Yo Gotti is doing, right? Angela think he love her. He just want a warm body with him while he running. She's so dumb she can't even realize that. Okay. Anyways, you guys, I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App.